It's only because it's you. I don't do these unless it's you or Nico or Ledge. I might fuck with Ledge when I fuck with Ledge. Ledge my brother. I might fuck with Ledge when I fuck with Ledge.
Jaleesa, Maven, Brits, both of the Brits, Brittany and Queen Brit. Shout out to Mama, who's like the GOAT, and Dispatching Diva, holding it down in North Carolina. So I want to say thank you to all of you. All right. Now that we're done with that, got to get the introductions popping. We know who this brother is, man. He's like a recurring guest. He's practically a top tier family.
Co-host.
Yeah, co-host, top tier family. At this point, man, when people pull up, and it's very important that we chop it up before the year is out. With one of the most consistent every year, but this year is no exception. Talking with the one and only Loso, man. What's good, brother?
Doing well, bro. I'm doing well, like you said, man. Just finishing out the year strong, and these are when the conversations start happening about like, okay, whose year was better than whose. So we here, bro.
Yeah, and I want to start off by saying, like, I owe you an apology. We did a prediction right after your interview, and you was telling us about the Arsenal battle. Shout out to my man Nico, the voice of the West. I want to see you on his show, by the way. Like, I think y'all have a great conversation.
Yo, for some reason, I thought you guys had the same show, but you guys have separate shows.
Yeah. That's my brother. So we do the Friday show, which is just really popular right now.
Okay.
But he has his own thing going because he's literally the voice of the West, the whole region, like leagues I didn't even know about existed. He's all the way tapped in.
Okay.
And he picked you to win. I had picked Arsenal because I thought, I was like, he just got a lot of.
After we did the show, right?
I was shady. I'm shady. I was shady.
That was crazy.
I was shady. I was listening to you. I'm like, damn.
But I respect that. I respect that, Ledge. I respect that.
Yeah. I'm not just gonna give you a win because you be on the show.
Yeah.
And Arsenal ain't never been on the show. Probably never be on here. But I was just like, I don't know. I feel like Arsenal is gonna get up for this battle because like he always he respects people who've been putting in work throughout the year. And I was just like, he's going to try to make a statement, but he didn't. I was like, yo, Loso clearly got this battle. I'm going to let you know, if you see D-Cherie in the chat, do not like her comments. Do not show her any love. Cause she don't really like you like that. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to put her out there.
Really?
Yeah, so shout out to D-Cherie, my sweet.
Yo, I don't meet too many people that don't like me, bro.
Like
so.
as a battler, of course. Like she think you just like he all right.
All right.
Yeah. So D-Cherie pull up. We ain't showing her no love. No,
What up, Lee Brown?
What up, Brown? Everybody in here. We doing that today. Hey, Tros, I had to put her out there. She was talking crazy that day. I almost clipped it and put it on Twitter and YouTube and all that, but I didn't want to do it like that.
What up, Britt?
Say, hey, Mama, I knew you would pop up. And I just want to say, congrats on that W, man. And you really showed out. And did you expect the battle to go like that? Because you kind of won. To me, you won a little comfortably.
Yeah. So did you watch the face-off?
I saw parts of it, and then I had to go.
He was talking crazy, bro.
Was he?
Like he was just, and he was so. Now, granted, Arsenal is a professional, right? So like, he's not gonna be, and he's one of those guys. He can write and memorize very, very fast.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were out there 2 days before the event, and so he's just driving around, bro. He's picking up head ice. He's going out. He's shooting music videos. He's doing all of that, and so. In the back of your mind is like, yo, he's super locked. And he was. I mean, he's always going to be locked in with his material. And so, but I mean, I can't front that I was out watching Eternals at the movie theaters with EK Chaos. So, it wasn't like I was like in the hotel doing it either. But at the face-off, he was talking super crazy. So I assumed that, out of his own words, verbatim, he said, have you watched me and Geechee? I said, yes. He said, it's going to be worse than that.
Oh, he said that to you?
That's what he said. Ledge, to me, his Geechee performance is his best performance.
Yeah, probably.
It's up there.
Definitely on URL to me. He was
and definitely in a small room. You know what I'm saying? So he kind of set the bar really, really high.
Yeah. I would
by saying stuff like that, you know. And maybe, and you know what? This is the thing though, Ledge. I tell people all the time, like battlers, when they write their material, sometimes, bro, you fall in love with material that just doesn't translate like that. Like you think it's just like some of the most amazing stuff, and you're just like, oh, you know what? It didn't pan out that way, and it didn't pan out that way for him that day. So, so I thought going into the battle, I did the way he was talking, and I'm not going to front. I was getting kind of a little like nervous. I was like, damn, like
he has something.
Is he really gonna be on that type level? But you know, it was a fun battle, and but he actually, salute to him, man. He called me because you know he lives in Orlando, and so he even told me straight up. He was like, man, you got it 2-1. Like he told me that straight up. Yeah, so
that's respect.
Yeah. Salute to him, man.
Yeah, no, salute to him. If he ever battles me, I'm gonna use that as a bar though. Like you don't even live in Jersey, you in Orlando. Like you got the magic. Yo, I'm on some battle rap, so I think I wanted to give it a shot, but that's neither here nor there.
Hey, follow your dreams.
Yeah, but champion of the year is approaching. You, like I said, that's pretty much a clear dub for you on top of many outstanding moments you had. It's like you versus Vixen, your line is still one of the most memorable lines of the year. You've had battles, and what we was talking about, you know, kind of off air about, it wasn't just a quarter of a year. You've been here all throughout the whole year. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I want to know for you, how do you weigh that against somebody like a Surf, who probably been in the back half of the year, been killing it. But at the same time, he's got quality wins on these big stages. So when I talk about somebody who's been doing it at a big level, how do you rank that, and how do you judge that? Is it quantity, quality sort of thing, or is it more than that for you?
I definitely put quality up there, right? Quality matters, and Surf has had the quality. Well, he's had 2 quality battles, right? Like putting out quality material. And if he let's say, just for argument's sake, let's say he does it again. Let's say he does it again in a couple days against Twerk, and Surf has 3 battles like that. Personally, I'm gonna be real. It's just a little different, Ledge. Like somebody who spaced out their year and was really good for 3 battles compared to somebody who was really consistent for 13 throughout the year. You know what I'm saying? And so, because like, I mean, I guess you could kind of just make a blanket statement and just be like, well, Loso, Real Sick, Danny Martin, whatever, these guys, even though they've been battling all year, they didn't have a more talked about performance or a higher quality performance than Surf against Calico, Surf against John, right? Let's say people could just say that. But at the end of the day, it's like there's something different when Danny's going back-to-back weeks battling people. Like there's a like in every sport, you and I, like we do this, you know what I'm saying? You and I we don't just look at wins, we look at strength of schedule. We look at when you're battling.
Absolutely.
Is it on the road? Is it at home? Is it, you know what I'm saying? Like what was the weather
style.
like? Yeah, that's how all those things come into play when you're grading somebody's year. And when we're talking about like, yo, who had the best year? It's very difficult for me to just crown somebody who is coming outside for the final, for the last quarter. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, unfortunately, that's just how Champion of the Year works, though, because people have done it. I remember B-Dot, I want to say the year he battled me, he didn't have, if I remember, he didn't have any battles the beginning of 2017. Yep. He ends up battling me, A-Verb, and Emerson Kennedy. And he ends up making the list. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Now, granted, the battle with me, it was a great battle, right? And then the battle with EK, he ends up having arguably round of the year that year.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Powerful.
Now the Aver battle was the only one that was, but it was still a decent battle in a weird setting because there was a lot of Russians that day because of Oxymoron. You know what I'm saying? He was out there, but Dot was able to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think. John, I think even in the same year, you know, he ends up battling Big K. He ends up battling Chilla Jones. Like he only had battled like 3-4 times. So people with those amount of battles, as long as they're putting on quality battles, like people are going to go ahead and rank them high. And so I personally, Ledge, if you're just asking me, I wouldn't necessarily put them above somebody like a Danny Myers. It like you know how nasty that looks, bro. 3 battles to somebody who's battling 20 times.
No, the volume difference is like kind of wild.
Now, if you're just battling a bunch of times, a plethora of times, and you're not producing, because we have a bunch of battlers that are doing this, right? Like Danny, A Ward, Dre Dennis, they're not the only ones who are doing it. There's several battlers who don't get notoriety at all, and they're battling almost, all the time and stuff like that. So if you don't put out the quality of material, then okay, we're having a different discussion. And if you're not battling the same caliber of people, then we're going on a different discussion. But Danny Myers has people on his resume, bro.
Yeah, no, his resume crazy.
And I don't know if you could just say like such and such jump stat because he just had 3 flawless victories.
What do you if champion year was up to you, because there's different criterias, I don't know what they weigh heavier, because I feel like it's changed over the years. So I remember where, yeah, you can have a crazy resume, which is a point, but now let's go into your resume and let's see how many of those were you competitive in, how many of those did you clearly win, how many of those did you lost. Like the win-loss still matter early in this inception of Champion of the Year. Like the year Red won, and I believe probably the first year Geechee won. Now I feel like wins and losses don't really matter as much.
Yeah. And
it's kind of way down. It's like strength of schedule, what platform you did it on, which like how would you bracket it? Like what's the top in material? Like we don't even talk about how you battled all these dudes, but how good was your material throughout?
Yeah.
What do you view and rate the highest?
So I don't give you extra points on what platform you're on. Like I just don't.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, 3 rounds is a must. I think 3 rounds are a must.
Absolutely.
Right? That's what we're talking about.
Absolutely.
But I just think that it's and because Champion has never came out and put out a statement saying like, look, we want to let the fans know that we do view a Summer Madness. We weigh a Summer Madness more than we do a max out, because they've never done that, Ledge. I do not think that it is fair for panelists to do that individually, because my thing is like, you cannot just weigh Easy's performance over versus Chess above A Ward's performance over Ill Will just because it was on Summer Madness and Ward did it on Max. Now, if we start breaking down material and breaking down performance, that's a different thing.
That's a different thing.
But do not just say, well, such and such was unknown. Lou Castro battled unknown, so his performance versus Mike P is going to be better than Dunch's performance in the KOTD tournament. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's where I was going. That's an interesting topic too. Tournaments of any kind. So like King of the Dot has their tournaments, and it like had the heavy hitters in it, whereas they had 2 Ultimate Madness tournaments, but one was like the stars, like Geechee and T-Top and everyone. But then they had the UM with like real name, like some of the Crucible guys, some of the up-and-comer guys. Even within that, do you weigh that different?
I do. So this situation I do, right? Because unfortunately, real name Brandon, he doesn't battle Piranha, right?
Okay.
And like him and Next gets pushed back. You know what I'm saying? Like it was kind of weird. So like I'm looking at like the variables that were affecting this particular tournament.
Oh, he's surgical.
Where like
Geechee,
Geechee, he we said he dominates Riggs, he dominates Swamp, he dominates Casey J, and then he has a great battle with Rum, which supposedly only one human being separated the votes on caffeine between the winner of Geechee and Rum. Supposedly, that's the big conspiracy we've ever had about.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But regardless, though, they said it was a tie, right? They don't split the money, so cool. Here's the thing, though. Like I have to give, just based off of that, like I have to give Geechee the nod over. Like I give him more credit for coming out of that tournament than I do a real name Brandon. Now, real name Brandon does get. I do think that he has to get.
Do you get an automatic bid, kind of like the tournament? Like if you win a conference tournament in basketball, you get an automatic bid to the NCAA.
Yeah.
Does he get an automatic bid on this top 20? That's what I want to know.
Real name Brandon, I know he so he's battling Suge, and I'm very, very curious. Like if he goes in there and he does numbers against Suge, I think he does. Because I think right now, Real Name Brandon would only have his Swervo battle, right?
Swervo.
He battled Swervo.
Next.
MVP, and then MVP.
And Marv, too.
What, that was 3 rounds?
3 rounds on the ride at the beginning of the year.
3 rounds. Okay. So I think he definitely gets, he gets in the coat check. He definitely gets.
Yeah.
I think he does because tournament wins a lot. And so now here's the thing though, KOTD tournaments a little different because of this. It's not necessarily back to back. Where like the UM1s and the UM2s, UM3s, UM4s, they're battling every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like you're turning around every 2 weeks in front of judges. Now KOTD has judges as well, but
I was about to say, yeah,
they're spaced out. So so personally, like when I look at a Dunch, when I look at a Luke Cypher, when I look at a Matt Flex, when I look at Mac Myron, when I look at Bill Collector, right? 5 guys that I think all should get all should be acknowledged for the Champion of the Year top 20. I think that their wins do weigh a lot because they were judged wins, right? Like judged wins just mean, and I'm not talking about judged wins on the sense of like, oh, my battle's on the app and it says that and I have more votes than such and such. No. That's not to me, that's not a judged win. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you got more. Yeah. Technically the app is saying that you're winning, but it's still not a judged win.
I agree
where
with
like
this.
on the spot,
yeah,
you're in front of guys that you have to go ahead and impress right there. They don't get second and third watches and nothing like that. They're going right off the spot. And I think that guys like Dunch and all the other guys that I mentioned, their wins have to be weighed a little more. And along with the same as UM3 and UM4, you know what I'm saying? Those just, so I do think, so back to the premise, I do think tournament wins, bro, they bump you up. This is why I had no problem last year when Holmesy was finished 9th. You know what I'm saying? Holmesy finished 9th, even though he ends the year with, with technically like a semi-bad loss to B-Dot or whatnot. I mean, it wasn't a bad loss because B-Dot's B-Dot,
but it was a clear,
the fashion, right?
And
so, but it doesn't matter because to me, Holmesy still, out of every tournament, has went through the toughest schedule.
Ooh, that's an argument for another.
Yeah. Out of any tournament, Holmesy has had the toughest tournament run.
Oh, let's go. So his first round was Saga. I'm trying to, off memory, Saga. Second round was Emerson
Kennedy, all right, who comes off that Glue Easy battle. Then he has a Danny Myers battle,
and then
right,
Bill.
and then he goes against So I'm just going off of talent, right? Like I'm not necessarily going off of like, yo, this is how the battle panned out or whatnot. But I think like the gauntlet that he was having to go through, where Holmesy was arguably ranked the lowest when they were putting
that's a strong four. That's a strong four.
And when they were putting out bets, like Holmesy was the least betted on battler.
I just like to be argumentative sometimes. I'm trying to think.
That's fine.
What's Fonz? Fonz had Jay Kruger, Diamond. No, Easy had Diamond.
No.
Kruger, Easy to block. Ace Amin.
And Jada Nightwing. That's tough too.
Come on now. Come on.
Really,
yeah, I had Midwest in the building. I had to do it.
That's really shout out to Foz. You're right.
Easy, that's Jay, and Jay Kruger. People just, it's like recency bias. You forgot how nice
we haven't
he
seen
was.
him. We haven't seen him in so long.
Yeah, but that's it's debatable though. I think you probably could still lean Holmesy because they are the people that on his list was like more vet, like seasoned, a little more seasoned. And
Holmesy had no, like for instance, like when Fonz battled Ace Amin, I felt like because he was, remember they were gonna fight and
had a little tussle.
Ace, you know what I'm saying? Like I felt like I remember when I was hearing the judges, they almost were like siding with Fonz because they were just so pissed off that Ace was doing that. Like that's what it sounded like. I'm not saying that Fonz didn't win or whatnot. I'm just saying like I remember hearing the judges and I'm like, okay, can we just judge it's something
material
that happened. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, but and then Fonz, I think Fonz ends up losing on the app to Easy. But regardless, I mean he gets through it. It doesn't matter what the app says anyway. But you're right. Once you name those guys, I was like, damn, Fonz actually had a little tough.
It was tough. But I'm actually siding with you because I think the people that, because we hear it in their names, but they aren't then who they are now. Whereas,
They weren't. Yeah.
Like
Exactly. That's a
Jay,
good point.
yeah, Jay isn't
But the
nearly as good.
guys that Holmesy were battling were them.
Yeah,
At that time.
Yeah.
Bill Collector's coming off that Mike P performance.
Yeah.
Danny's coming off of obviously just being Danny. EK's coming off the Glue Easy performance.
Yeah.
And then Saga
had Battle of the Year that year when he beat out.
And then he's coming. Saga was literally looking for revenge right after the Mike P joint. Because remember, his last battle was the Mike P joint. So it's like, and he was up 90-10 on the polls, Saga, going into the battle. So
yeah, he had a hell of a year that year.
So regardless, I'm not mad when people get bumped up for tournament wins. That's why Nitty and Geechee are gonna be up there. They have to be up there.
I got some names to throw at you and I want you to be honest with me and let me know, do you think you should be ahead of them or you think it's fair? You ready?
Yeah.
Av.
What's Av's year again? DNA.
DNA. B. Dot.
Jada
Nightwing. I feel like I'm missing someone else.
He has the 2-on-2.
The 2-on-2, which they give like a half a point.
Yeah, they give like a half a point. Yeah.
So
Real Sick.
And Real Sick.
I think I am.
Tell
Head Ice.
Oh yeah, and Ice.
Yeah.
So give them your resume in comparison.
So Loso has, I mean, I'm gonna be naming some guys that obviously they don't. So I start off the year with Philly Hayes, then Vixen. These are all 3 rounds.
All
right?
3,
Philly
yeah.
Hayes,
We only doing 3 rounders.
Philly Hayes, Vixen, Chess, Jerry West, King Jables, Twerk, Arsenal, and then I would have Jada Nightwing. Those are just the 3 round battles.
See, I would. Who do you personally like? You, because you seem to be really objective here, even though it's you. How do you look at that? What criteria do you think you edge him?
Out of those 8 battles, I think there's only one clear loss, which is the Twerk battle.
Okay.
And then my chess battle, which if people want to lean towards him, regardless, we had the highest rated battle for the majority of the year. Like if you look at our votes, we're both up there. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a battle of the year contender. So like if you're looking at those 3 rounders, at worst, I'm 6-2.
He got the clearest loss though. So because
that's what I'm saying.
He clearly lost to B. Dot.
And so Av and I love Av. So if I'm looking at that, right, like the DNA battle, who'd you have winning?
Between DNA and I lean DNA.
Yeah, I think the majority of the people did, right?
I lean DNA personally.
Yeah. I think Head Ice ends up winning live, but who ends up? How'd you call it when it ran it back?
I live and on playback, I gave it to Av.
Okay.
I did have him clearly beating Sick, and Sick's my guy. But
I had him beating Sick too, and so he ends up losing to B. Dot then, right?
Clearly.
So I think that's only 2. Yeah, clearly. So that's what I'm saying. Like he would have less 3 rounders than me, a clearer loss.
You clearly beat Jables. We watched that on a watch night, my last watch night. I was sad.
Yeah,
man.
it's close. It's close. You know what I'm saying? It's a good combo to have. But yeah, personally, all right. Next name, and I'm just name hasn't been mentioned, but KCJ. Yes.
He said that. Don't do that. Don't do it like that.
I'm just saying, like, but my thing is like, okay, so Casey's year. She has a win over Twerk. She has a win over Prep, right? She has a win. Man, I'm trying to think.
He said, y'all, you see how he said that, Jeremiah? Like he was like, are you kidding me? Almost.
Yeah, like material wise, like and strength of schedule. But anyway. So she's about to battle Vixen. Oh, she had the 40 bars.
She had the 40 bars battle where people at the time saying it was debatable. I had 40 winning.
Okay, so it's not like obviously it's not a bad law. It's like a And what you said earlier, Ledge, I don't know if you remember, where like you said wins and losses, it seems like it doesn't matter anymore, or it doesn't matter as much as like. So I would say I think it starts mattering when you start trying to put people in placements and you start asking the question like
tiebreakers.
Okay, yeah, because like what we have to do at that point is nitpick.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to, right? Like Ward's loss to XL is gonna get brought up, but only when we're discussing the top 5. Absolutely. It doesn't get brought up no other time. But when you get there and you need to nitpick something, that's when you'll bring up the XL battle. But yeah, I think I'm ahead of Casey.
I think you're ahead of Casey. I agree. I was just throwing a name out there.
Yeah.
Real Sick.
Nah, I'm not ahead of Real Sick. I think Real Sick has had a phenomenal year. And one thing about Sick, if you remember last year, he ends up finishing, I think he ends up getting number 16 or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's not because of wins, right? Like he ends up quote unquote getting edged out by Chilla Jones, getting edged out by,
I thought he beat Chilla. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But
but you know, a lot of people felt like he got edged out by Chilla Jones. A lot of people felt like he got edged out by Kid Chaos that year. A lot of people felt like,
and I thought he beat Kid Chaos. Damn, am I being biased? I don't know. How did you call those two battles? Just
I thought both of those battles went the way that it kind of looked on the app. Like it was close, okay. but they end up just being a little better. Chilla was just a little better. Okay. But here's the thing though. This is the point I'm about to make. Real Sick material. He was putting out such good material,
fire material, that
you had to put him in that conversation. So like he bodies B Magic, right? And like it's like, okay, all right, the B Magic's B Magic at this point, but he bodies B Magic. But then the material he was giving you for the Kid Chaos battle, for the Chilla Jones battle, man, there was another battle that he had that year, bro.
B Magic.
We said those. We said B Magic, Kid Chaos, and Chilla.
He beat he went against Jay in the tournament.
Oh yeah, the tournament. Yeah. Jada Nightwing, right? Great material. I thought it was a great battle. Jay ends up winning pretty clear on the app. You know what I'm saying? So like, it seems like he was on the losing end of those, but you had to put him in that discussion. So this year, Real Sick obviously has some good quality wins though. They got him over Arsenal. He ends up clearly beating Danny Myers. What else does he have early on in the year? Oh, Mike P. How'd you call that battle?
Sick.
You called it Sick?
Yep.
Okay, so he has Mike P, Danny, Arsenal. Then he has the Av battle, which Av edged.
I think that's his only loss.
Yeah, no, but then I kind of edged it to Pat Stay too.
The majority is giving it to Pat Stay.
Yeah, so. And I looked on the app. Yeah, it looked like Pat Stay kind of won clear on the app or whatnot. But you know, like, but the thing about it though is that like you almost don't fault him. You almost don't fault Av. You almost don't fault Sick for those battles because they're just good battles, bro. Like somebody had to like get a couple, like get more votes.
And his performances weren't bad in either.
Performances weren't bad, you know what I'm saying? And so my thing is like, and then he's about to finish the year with DNA. And so, you know, I think Sick definitely had a better year than me.
And that's where I was going next, DNA.
But I'm not mad if somebody definitely puts me above Real Sick. I salute y'all. You know, I'm not gonna argue with y'all.
And that's where I was going next with DNA.
Man, you know what's crazy? DNA's had a sneaky year, bro. Because
nobody's talked about him.
Yeah, I didn't even know that DNA was having the year he was having until somebody had just mentioned him. So he has So let's say we give him the Av win. Mm-hmm. Here's the B Dot battle. Who'd you have winning that one?
I had B Dot close. That's a close battle.
That was a close battle.
I had Dot in that one, but
he has the 2-on-2.
Oh yeah, the 2-on-2. In champion year, I feel like they give you it's a positive if you have a good debatable as opposed to a negative. Right.
And like I said, you only gonna have to nitpick it, right? Like for me in chess, like I know like that's gonna get nitpicked or it should get nitpicked when you start placing it.
I'm gonna be honest. I might be the minority in this, but I gave you the battle over chess.
It's not a minority like that. Like I told you, like if you go look at the votes, bro, like I have over 1,000, over 1,100. He has like 2,000.
And here's why, because the first seemed like everybody gave him the first. I know I'm getting sidetracked, but I just wanted to get this out. The first, I felt like you came out the gate with like a dope ass round, and I feel like they gave him a little more love simply for matching it with energy. But if I break down his shit, the Loso flips, it was a lot of Loso flips, and that's not the problem. The problem was he did it for so long that it was a roller coaster of good segments of flips, a bad segment of flips, and then he finished it off good again. You get what I'm saying? And I was just like, if he just cut it off, he's good.
I also think too, like the way, like I was like in that first round, I was like, yo, I'm gonna get off so much. I want to say so much that I was like back to back. I wasn't really letting bars breathe. Where like Chess is known for letting bars breathe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's why it was sounding like he was getting, like the fans were able to react in the room.
He got a bit of showmanship with him that's like uncanny.
Yeah. But, I mean, I've went on record. He's one of my, if not my favorite battle to watch.
Yeah. Everybody loves Twerk and talking about like Chess is up there in just dynamic ability, like haymakers, aggression, writing.
To me, he's one of the most passionate. Like when he's like I still replay in my mind when he in the end of his first round, he's looking at Easy and he's like, we talk different, we walk, you know what I'm saying?
I love it.
Like our different ain't the same different. You know what
body
like,
after body, and then let the crowd say the rest.
Like the conviction and the passion that he was letting Easy know, like, yo, like our different ain't the same different. Like it's hard. That line is just crazy.
Not a punch, just like straight.
It's not a punch.
It's crazy.
Just, and so DNA ends up having B Dot, then he ends up having King Los. I'm curious to see how the fans are gonna react to the King Los DNA battle now. It just dropped
today. So go check that out for those who don't know.
And then he has
how did you have that battle with Los and DNA?
In the building, I thought it was 2-1 DNA. I thought King Los won the first.
See, and that's an unpopular opinion, but I was like, I'm hearing though the chain was crazy.
Okay. In the building, I didn't hear the chain.
That's all about. So in the building, y'all don't hear it hitting the mic, obviously.
Yeah, nah. In the building, I remember I was standing next to Cali Smooth. I told Cali, I was like, DNA's about to wash him. I was sparring with DNA, and I was like, yo, DNA's about to walk through him. And Cali was like, nah, like King Los is gonna, and in the first round, after DNA's first round finished, for some reason, I looked at Cali and I was like, oh wow, this is a beatable round. It doesn't sound like a beatable round until it's in the room and no one's really reacting. But I think like DNA's energy didn't really turn up until after that. And so I thought DNA clearly won the third. The third was the best round of the battle, I thought. Yeah. And then the second round, I thought DNA won it. So he ends up getting the King Los battle and then the real sick battle. I think so, man. I think I would say my year is better than DNA, unless I'm missing something else.
Let's see, Av. Was Geechee this year? No, Geechee was last year, wasn't it? Oh no, that was this year. That was top.
And that was a good battle.
That was top of this year. That was a super fight.
Yeah. Which I personally thought DNA won.
I did too.
Granted, we only Gary. You know what I'm saying? And we got Geechee.
I'll let you. I had to let you say that first. I ain't want to go out on that ledge. No pun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get him the win there. If you get him the win versus Los, like I said, a close battle that I gave to B Dot.
Yeah.
Lou, no,
2-on-2, but we don't have Lou was last year.
Lou was last year in that like barbershop shop setup. So yeah,
and he's about to have real sick. That real sick DNA battle is going to determine a lot.
Yeah,
for both of them. So depending on the fashion of it.
So as of right now, you think you're ahead of him right now, or is that close?
It's close, but
you can put yourself ahead of him if you feel like that. That's
fine. Yeah. I do.
He had to think about that. He had the deep stare think. That was business.
Yeah. But that's me also trying to be real. I'm going off of like like, yo, when you get off stage, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
what are we really talking about? You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I had the first champion cover this year. DNA definitely had a champion cover this last one with King Loso, though. So shout out to him.
Next person, Ill Will.
So all right, so this is gonna sound. I already know the fans are gonna be the fan. I saw somebody writing here was like, "Yo, Ill Will's getting looked over because he's not on URL, right?"
Mm-hmm.
Ill Will to me, he can only put on great battles on who's in front of him, right? Like we can't fault him for that. So here's the thing, like somebody saying, you know, Ill Will's number one and stuff like that, and then somebody said Ill Will's not nowhere near top 10. You see this? So check this out.
That's crazy.
I
love it. I love it.
But here's the thing, though, Ledge. Mm-hmm. So Ill Will has the A-Ward battle, right? Which I think neither one should be penalized. Like, it was just a great battle, bro.
Yes, top 20
battle. I don't think either one should be, oh, well, I feel Ill Will won, or I feel A-Ward won. Like, don't even say that. Just be like, yo, this is just a plus for both of them.
Yeah, it's a plus for both of them, yeah.
Ill Will, if I'm not mistaken, I think he ended up getting three champion covers this year. I think he has the most.
He has the most. I don't know how many, but yeah, he has.
Right, he has one with Ward. Then he has one with Bonnie and from the.
Oh, because he 30 Jag this year. Oh yeah,
and then he has that one. The one where he battled Clean Paper though, he was on there too.
He was.
So now here's the thing though. Okay, so Ill Will's three rounders, and if the people and the fans can help us out, so he obviously has A-Ward. He obviously has Jag, Clean Paper.
I think that's it for him because he hasn't done anything with King of the Dot this year or URL.
That's it. And so if it's
wait, was the saga a 3 round?
No, we're not talking about that was 1 round. They said he lost to Fonz in the 1 round. I'm not counting the 1 round. So
yeah, champion of the year don't count 1 rounders. So we got it.
It's like I mean, like you look at it on the but it doesn't weigh anything. So he only has 3 3-round battles then.
Yeah.
Okay, and so what's up, cuz says Jack is really nobody, man. So check this out. Here's the thing: the Ward battle it gets ranked really high. Mm-hmm. But Clean Paper and Jag Ledge, what are we doing, bro? In 2021, like my thing is like, here's the thing though. Here's the thing. Ill Will's up there because he does the job though. He doesn't have no debatable with them, and he bodies both.
See,
of them.
You making me put on my Michigan hat. I don't let me get my Michigan. So okay, let's do it fair.
Wait, are you defending? Are you defending Clean or are you defending Will?
I think I'm defending just Will in this overall topic. Because,
I'm fine with that though. I'm fine with that.
Okay, so like he gets a point for the Ward battle, right? It was just a top 10 whatever battle.
So good, bro.
He gets his points knocked down a bit for the level of competition, quality of competition in 2021. We know Clean had moments.
The fact that Will had only 3 battles, and the fact that 2 of those battles were Jag and Clean, like I don't want to say knocked down. It's just that when I give him a strength of schedules,
right?
I think I would have to put
you have strength of schedule now. Because this is what I'm about to let you in on how we score things in I don't know how I got to the Western Power Rankings because I'll be with Nico. Yeah. We do Power Rankings for the West like almost every month. So we do that. So we bring him down for strength of schedule. You will get the point there. Then we got something that's important that people value, which is stage. Both Facts. Those were 2 max out cards. And what was the other card? Was it Rare Breeds or what was in? Yeah. Was the Clean battle?
Yep.
So all 3 of his battles been big stage with like an actual crowd there. Like it wasn't condensed in a small room setting where it was like you had to, wow the crowd. So I think you get points for that.
Definitely, I agree.
And then material is subjective, of course, but they were shedding 3-0 in 2 of those battles.
Facts. I agree with you. I love what you're doing, bro. I agree. Bro, hey, I am with you. The only knock, and like I said, first of all, let the fans know, like, nobody is wanting to knock anybody.
That was the most sarcastic I love what you're doing I've ever had.
No, but I do. But here's the thing, like people need to understand, like, yo, we're talking about the 20 best battlers in the world, bro.
True.
There are 20,000 battlers roaming around. Even more now that we have the EFM stuff on Twitter Spaces, right? Like it's like another like people are battling. New battlers are coming out every day. And so for you to even be in this conversation, like it's a necessary that we have to go ahead and have these nitpicking conversations because you're right. So now, Will, here's the thing. I think that all of that stuff is true, bro. And he definitely, you're right, man. He belongs up there. He got 2 3-0 chants. He got 3 champion covers, bro. Like that's like player of the months. You know what I'm saying? That's like
those are accolades. Those are moments.
Accolades, bro. Those are moments. So Will is up there. Personally, I think I would still have my year above it.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad.
Yeah, but man, Will's like I'm very curious to see how the panel talks about Will, because it's like I can only imagine some people would be like, well, I'm just looking at this list and it's like, what do I do with it? You know what I'm saying? But then on the flip side, it's like, I don't know. Like for instance, like Ill Will has 3 battles, 2 3-0s, right? And the Ward performance. You look at somebody like a Chess, Easy, Loso, Kid Chaos, Charlie Clips, right? Like, what do you do with that? You know, like, does Ill Will have a better year than Chess?
I wasn't even thinking about bringing Chess up. Damn it. That's a great question.
So the no pass look.
Probably.
I know you're saying Chess will rank ahead. What do you think? Do you think like not what's gonna happen? What do you think? Do you think Chess had a better year than Ill Will?
Like Will is such an anomaly. It's like it doesn't sound like I'm moving the goalposts. Maybe I am. Yeah. But it's just, they were impactful 3 battles. Like you don't get that. That's rare that you get, and they were impactful for different reasons. Ward and Will saved that event.
I literally was going to say that earlier when we brought it up.
Yeah, like they saved that. That was the Hitman Cassidy event, right?
That was.
Save that event.
Because there wasn't really another great battle in that card, right?
Yeah, nothing close to it. That's why when they announced that, I think they announced that like 3rd or 4th, and I was like, oh my god, they got like a real good battle on here now. Yeah. So that's I love their league, but they saved that event, and they both brought moments, whether it was rebuttals, whether it was just like A-Ward's whole first, Ill Will second.
The only and that's what it was like. And the only downfall was the fact that their thirds. I don't know if you remember, their thirds kind of like it came down, but it was so high. It was Will's second and Ward's first was so high, bro. Will and Surf have 3 medals. If Surf Twerk is a classic, who had the better run?
The better run. If Surf,
I'm giving the nod to Surf. If I'm putting Surf's resume, right? He goes and he has the battle that he has against John. Who Ledge? What is the narrative on John? Prior to that Surf battle,
he's one of the toughest to beat, clearly.
Point blank, period, right?
Yeah. The fact that I knew that off the bat, it was crazy.
Yeah. then you have the Calico battle, which was a rematch.
Another person who doesn't lose.
Come on, who beat Surf already? You know what I'm saying? And then the Twerk battle, right? Like if he has those 3 against Ill Will's Jag, Ward, and Clean, I would have to say Surf, bro. You would have to say, and I know. Trust me, the warrior in me would want to say Ill Will, but
it's like, what are we basing it? Is it just off the? I feel like
it's both. It's both because if we're going off content, my goodness, was Surf giving us? Surf was putting on some shows.
Oh, I love his content.
To me, we're almost seeing like a revamping of Surf's career, bro, all of a sudden, right? We thought it was done after 40 bars and Loaded Lux. And then now all of a sudden, Surf is like reigniting the passion. Like him coming out saying, no, I signed a 5 battle deal next year. Like he's outside.
He outside all the way.
So
if him and Twerk put on, then probably, I would probably lean towards Surf.
Yeah, but if he doesn't, obviously it will.
Yeah, because like again, I what I give like accolades. So like you got a top 20 battle of the year, but you also got like he got different check marks. Will he got a top 20 battle of the year, really top 10 battle of the year?
Yeah, top 10, easy.
He got accolades with being on the cover of Champion the most. That's 2. And then you
body of the year contender.
And that's where I was going. Top 10 body of the year. Maybe top 20 line of the year when he said, "Y'all know me as Will. The lights make me ill like epilepsy." What are we doing? No, hey, you know what? No, Will, dog. Hey,
that's
Will.
So
hey,
crazy.
He got like he hitting every checkboard. Like he just hit all 4 of the marks, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like my thing is like, I wish everyone had the same rubric, bro, in judging battles, but they don't. And they might just look at the names and just say that. But I really hope that the conversation happens where it's like, look, Will only he was asking for the Hitman Holla battle. He was asking for, you know what I'm saying? He wanted these battles. He's already battled Big K. He's already battled, you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't too many battles that he could get over here. I mean, over at RB, unless he went to URL and just battled somebody, you know what I'm saying? But
I just hate that strength of schedule is not looked at as just a singular point. It seems like once strength of schedule comes up, it just washes away all the other categories. Like, no, that's the point just as much as Ill might have better material than somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're both at different points.
Ledge, on top of that, though, let's be honest, bro. Strength of schedule, it fluctuates, right? Earlier in the year, right? Like, early in the year when, like, for instance, when Twerk was just choking for the first half of the year, right? And not doing well. You would have saw Twerk on somebody's resume and be like, oh, okay, well, it doesn't count as strength of schedule. Like no one's gonna give KCJ a lot of love for beating Twerk. They're just not, right? Because they're gonna look at the battle, right?
Yeah, look at what he did.
Yeah, but now if Surf gets Twerk out the paint, regardless if he chokes or not, it's, you know, the strength of schedule just goes up. And so unfortunately, but that happens in college football too, right? Georgia ends up beating some ranked teams in the beginning of the year, but then at the end of the year, you're like, yo, Auburn's not even ranked. You know what I'm saying? Kentucky's not ranked anymore. Tennessee's not ranked anymore. Florida's not ranked anymore. Like, those teams aren't ranked anymore. So were they ever really good? You know what I'm saying? So strength of schedule is gonna it's gonna fluctuate throughout the year.
I think that's whack then. Isn't that whack though? Like, because
you're right.
This is where A-Ward comes to play, because if it, like, what he did against Riggs, I guess it'd be more valued if it was on URL as opposed to what was the league? Shout the Clone, Wartown. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that shouldn't be like.
But in the beginning of the year too, I still think he's a formidable opponent, right?
Yeah,
like,
I feel like that's what they would call it in the tournament, a quality win.
Even after that, Riggs ends up having a good showing on bullpen. You know what I'm saying? Against Flacco. Yeah. But now at the end of the year, you know, after Geechee beats him, and then we don't really hear from Riggs, and then, you know, he has a good battle with Nex or whatnot. Like, people are gonna look at it like, Ward, I don't know how many points I can really give you for beating Riggs or Nestle, right? Like, you and I know you and I know how great Nestle is.
That's one of my favorite battles of this year too.
But people are gonna be like, especially the casual fan today, they're gonna look at they're not gonna give him points for Nestle.
And it's also recency bias because that happened so early in the year, and people don't even remember that, like, because we'll do and I wanted to ask you too whenever we close out, like, what's some of your battles that you think is a must for mine and Nico's top 20 battles of the year. But, like, if I put Sharon and Real Deal on there, people gonna forget that battle happened this year. Like, that's a top battle. That's a top battle on any card, on any, like, you know what I'm saying? So like, it's certain things that, man, I wish I knew who the panel was this year, because I want them to listen to this conversation and take some of this into account, because this is really important. Another person, Bill Collector. Is he over you or no? And I don't have, like, all of there, so fans help us out, supporters help us out.
When does Bill Collector and Dunch battle?
Well, they're the first round, and that's December 18th, or is that 18th?
Okay,
19th
so
weekend.
battles. Okay,
it's soon.
So this month then.
Yeah.
So Bill lost to XQZ, Marv 1, and Big T. Now the XQZ was a
That
judge
was
battle, so he
a
definitely
judge.
lost.
That was a judge loss.
Big T, that he choked, so he definitely lost it in that battle. I think Bill Collector choked twice in that battle, and then Marv won. I don't. Was that just a battle, or was that what was that?
Marv? When did he battle Marv? I don't even remember him battling Marv.
Marv one was on the app. They headlined an app event.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that was okay. I do remember that now. Yeah,
Born Legacy,
because that was Quest and Cortez and them. I do.
And what's the consensus? What's the consensus on that battle?
It was debate. It was debatable. Like I did have Marv winning, but
Marv won by the consensus. They said
he said by the consensus. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you, Los. I don't care about the app like votes like that. I never judge app votes.
Oh yeah. I don't. They said Marv won because Bill's third round wasn't about Marv. It was about the culture. Okay, so those are three battles
that's a whole different topic. That like because certain people can get away with being general in their material,
right,
but then well that's
So no, I don't think Bill Collector's year was better. Bill Collector had an amazing. I mean, when he was going through the guys that he was battling early on in that tournament, I think it was phenomenal. But I think he's definitely a phenomenal battler, and I think that he had a phenomenal year, but I don't think it's better than mine.
So the only person that I named so far you think is ahead of you is Sick. I mean, you think you and DNA is close.
I do.
You and DNA is close. If and supporters, if you got any other names to throw out there to see where he thinks he stack up, please feel free to answer. What about Madflex?
So Madflex ends up having
his only judge loss was versus Stewie Newton.
He lost to Stewie Newton?
Yep. He had already made the playoffs, and he judged, and it was a judge battle against Stewie, the third battle of that season, and he lost. Yeah.
Really? I did not know that. How was that battle? Was it good?
It was a good battle. He's been good the whole season. He just lost.
Yeah. Madflex is just really good, bro.
He beat Fate. And he beat
Bobby Lee.
Bobby Lee. Look at you knowing that. Like you look, he in tune.
Come on, bro. I'm a student.
My bad. He went to battle XQZ, which is really tough.
That was a really good battle, bro. Madflex gave some good content in that one.
Yeah, and
he battled K Philosophy, right?
Phil had that moment with Next coming through.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm missing one, but I might not be. He's had a really good year this year.
Madflex. Did he battle for Swords earlier in the year in the tournament, or was that last year?
No.
Remember the
that was the Grand Prix.
That was Grand Prix.
That was Grand Prix.
Last year.
So a perfect score. Then he had like a 149. He only lost one battle. This comes down to but you said you give points for tournaments, like the tournament with dubs.
Yeah, I get points, bro, for judged wins, like on the spot. Not like we said, don't tell me your app record. I'm talking about judges right there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think that Madflex has a lot of like good quality wins, but I don't think it was a better year though.
I respect that. And somebody took my next guy. I was gonna say B Dot.
So B Dot, check this out. Very, very interesting, right? So he has Shotgun Shook.
Win to me.
He has DNA.
Win to me.
The 2-on-2.
Oh, him is Sick, yeah. Well, that's half a point of a loss. He lost. They lost clearly. That.
Yeah.
That's a half a point.
Half a point of a loss. So all right, so there's that, right?
Yeah.
Then he has Av.
Smoked Av, yeah.
And then he's about to have Charlie Clips.
Oh yeah, that's right. He is on this volume. Yeah.
So he would. So let's so you were the 2-on-2. So he would have Suge, DNA, Av, Clips. If he beats Clips,
I ain't gonna lie.
He does knock it on the. First of all, a lot of people probably weren't even gonna put him on the top 20 list. If he beats Clips, bro, he's knocking on the door, and it's like, yo, you better make some room for me on this couch.
But see, there's so many variables into this. This is another element that we always is a name still the name. You get what I'm asking? You understand what I'm asking?
Clips.
Do this era view a win over Clips the same as we know Clips is like Clips?
Yeah.
Do they view that win still the same, you think, in this era? Like,
They
dog,
need
he
to,
beat
bro.
Clips, bro. Are they like
need
that?
to. I think they need to, bro. And they need to, because I think even though I have B Dot winning this battle, and B Dot is locked in. B Dot is locked in, bro. Trust me. But I think Clips is still a dangerous opponent, bro, because he's able to neutralize a lot of the seriousness that B Dot brings. And and Clips is a lovable guy. He's a funny guy. There's gonna be 200 people in that room. Like, it's gonna be a stage. You know what I'm saying? All these things are gonna come into play when you're really deciding, like, yo, who do I have winning this battle? I got B Dot winning, but I think that if B Dot goes in there and clears Charlie Clips, I don't think anybody can just be like, well, Clips ain't the same. Nah, you got to give him credit for it, because I thought Clips was good versus Chess.
I did too. I had Chess winning, but I did think Clips was good. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, I've been trying to hover around this because people keep bringing up Lou Castro. I'm going to tell you now, the reason I didn't bring it up, because I don't think it's that close to me, personally.
Yeah.
I think he's getting love for the stages he's been on and the quality of opponents he's been on. But I got him losing 3 battles recently.
Clear.
I know people are going to overlook the A-Ward battle because it was on a grassroots league over there in Texas.
They better not overlook the A-Ward battle.
They will. I'm telling you, They will. But I seen it. I actually did a giveaway for that card. Shout out to Trebo, who's a great professional. And a young lady won it by the name of Diva. She came back and told me, wait till you see this A-Ward and Loso battle. A-Ward went crazy. I said, okay, yeah, sure. I clicked myself and watched it. I said, oh, he's Loso. Lou Castro is out of here.
Yeah.
The Fonz battle.
That was worse than the Ward battle. Consensus is from people I vouch for and I respect that was in the building at Traffic said Nitty won clear. Yeah, every battler that was there that I spoke to, from Saga, Emerson Kennedy, even Ace Holmes, everybody said that Rum left the victor that night.
Yeah, so just on virtue of like clear losses, I don't think it's close to me, right? Do you agree, or you think there's merit in strength of schedule? His
no.
Okay.
No.
All right.
I agragree. I agree 100% with you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I love Lou, but
Lou was amazing.
I agree, and I think what ends up happening is that there's energy around battlers throughout the year, right? Mm-hmm. And this is Lou's best year as a battler. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's his best year, and I would compare it like this, right? Aaron Rodgers did an interview with McAfee not too long ago, and they were talking about his last year, right? About him having a down year. And Aaron Rodgers said, my down year is some of these guys' career years, right?
Absolutely.
So the casual fan would say, so like this guy, Tim 804 says, Lou has to glow through the losses, right? You see what I'm saying? So it's like this is the energy, right? And so here's the thing though. So when you compare, it's like, did he really have a better year than, like, Lou and I came into URL the same time, the same year, 2018. Unless actually he's had PGs before that.
He was around before that.
But so I've been on every champion list. You know what I'm saying? This is Lou's first champion list. So it's going to look like, well, Los, we've seen you do what you're doing this year. But Lou, we've never seen him do it. So we're almost giving him extra, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think that Lou definitely has had a good year. But you're right. The way that he ended it is kind of seeming like, all right, Lou, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need you to you need to finish. You need to finish. You know what I'm saying? You had some good. You definitely did well marketing yourself this year. You definitely did well. Yeah. I don't know T-Top. So France asks, did Lou Castro have a better year than T-Top? T-Top has battles against Easy to Block Captain, Coffee. Who else?
Tournament, he lost to Jack Boy Maine in the first round, which killed my
Okay.
bracket, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. So Jack Boy. Now, granted,
Nasty battle
these three
versus Swamp. Nasty battle.
That's okay. So he had a nasty battle. Okay, here it goes. So Easy, Coffee, Jack Boy, Swamp, Mike P. You know what? It's almost like this though. Any of those, so technically he ends up losing, right, on the app to Easy, Coffee, and Jack, but none of those, even if you give him 3 losses, they were not worse than the losses that Lou took.
Let me ask you this. This is a little like just a nitpick question, because Kings versus Queens, what they do, they judge the battles on caffeine
right there.
and
yeah.
And I remember this, they because the women lost again, and it was because of that battle. They said T-Top won.
So you got to give T-Top the dub on the spot.
I never forget.
Yeah. So like I said, so if the question is between Lou and Top, even if you gave T-Top 3, even if you did give him 3 losses, the problem is that those 3 losses that Lou took were kind of worse than the losses that
T-Top
took. Then T-Top also, all those first 3 battles were good battles. Him and Jack was a really good battle.
It was. It really was. It was a good battle.
Him and Coffee was probably the best battle of the night, the best back and forth of the night. And then him and Easy was a good battle.
You know who else having a sneaky good year? Cortez. I'm not putting him near you, but I'm just thinking out because I remember because Jack lost to Cortez the next round, so I was thinking about it. So he bodied Official, beat Cortez. Beat Jack. He battled Jada Nightwing, and I thought he won.
I think I did too. Yeah.
So I don't know, and I felt like he went against one more person.
Rum Nitty, right? He lost to Rum Nitty.
Lost to Rum and choked. Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah.
If that battle was just even good, I think we'd have a.
And
he beat Ace for bread.
Oh, that was a judge one.
Hey, what we doing with Cortez?
The most controversial.
Hey,
I don't know, friends. What are
we
on Cortez?
What are we doing? I forgot about that battle. Yeah, he beat him for brethren, man. And I had Ace winning obviously when I watched it, but I honor the code, man. You lose a judge battle, especially with that bread on the line. That's an L you got to hold forever. So, it sucks. But yeah. So what do you do with Cortez? That sounds like a top 20 to 25 resume.
We got to see what. Yeah. We got to see what people Rock beat Chilla, bodied Verb, and beat Twerk on the app.
Beat Chilla. He did. Bodied Verb. And did what? What did he say? Who was the last one?
And beat Twerk on the app.
Oh, yeah. You lose me when you bring up that. That's when y'all lose me.
It was a good battle. Verb battle was not that good. I agree, France. Yeah. The Verb battle was not that good.
Verb battle wasn't that good, and I personally the Twerk battle was good, but I had Twerk winning. But so. But
that was a really good battle though for both of them though. So Rock. That's 3 battles. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think it's enough. The Chilla battle was probably his most impressive one. I think that's even count like.
That's not like top. That wouldn't even rank in his like top 5 greatest performances.
No. But out of the 3 battles that he has, right?
Oh yeah.
I think that weighs the most because even though the Twerk battle was, that was like that's a really, really good. The reason why I would keep the Chilla battle up there. Chilla is the defending champion. He had already caught a 3-0 on K-Shine, and Chilla was sitting out for 6 months until he saw Tay-Rock.
Yeah, and that's his setting too. Like you kind of.
So what I'm saying? It was good.
Yeah, no. So overall, who is your top 5? You don't even have to put it in order, but who is your 5? Loso.
I think my top 5 this year is A Ward, Geechee Gotti, Rum Nitty, Easy to Block Captain. And the fifth
You
one.
about to sneak yourself in there. You about to do
Nah,
it. You about to do it.
I'm not. I would have to hope to my goal was definitely top 10, but we'll see. But number 5, man, real sick.
Yeah. Now, would you put Sick over Danny because of the head to head, or even if that was like, or that has no part in this?
I think head to heads matter in the top
Okay.
10, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not, and then like looking at the resumes and stuff, and the fashion. It was the fashion in which Danny, and like choking is different.
Yeah,
Mas. Hey, I'm not rapping this round type of thing.
Yeah,
like that's crazy.
Yeah, despite whatever the reason was for him not rapping, because there's been different theories thrown out. Mas, like Roberto Duran out there.
Bro, it's different than like you saying like.
And wasn't that his first Gnome debut? Was that his first time on Gnome?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, like you saying I'm not rapping this round. Oh, they said it was.
Yeah.
You saying I'm not rapping this round is just a more detrimental loss to your record than somebody who's just than like Swamp losing a T-Top or this
Vixen losing to you, like
Vixen losing to me, right? Like even though like it's like that, like you can't just say I'm not rapping this round, bro. So
yeah, that and to me it hurt. It was worse because it was Danny, someone who like takes pride and he's like battle rap.
Yeah.
Explained. You know what I mean? Like he's very you can't quit. I remember him talking about.
And he had won several rounds like in a row.
Yeah, we were all rooting for Danny. Yeah, that's how I felt like he finally got on known, you know what I mean? And that happened. So you said that one loss is stopping Danny from being a contender, he will still be top 10. Probably, but I don't know.
He's had a crazy year though, even regardless of that.
I don't know if he top 10 like definitively. I would have to really sit down and
get Ledge.
I don't know. Cause he's not cause like is Danny ahead of you? Do you comfortably put him ahead of you?
Not comfortably, but I don't put myself comfortably above Danny, bro. Danny's had a lot of Danny prior to the Sick joint, right? I mean, he had drugs, he had Arsenal, he had He said Danny lost to Trey
Dennis. That was a 3-round battle.
I mean, he had a Don Marino 3-round. Obviously, he has the real Sick battle, but he has this Ace Amin battle. He has
Jada Nightwing,
which he won. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it was a good battle though. But he has the Jada Nightwing battle. He has that 2-on-2 with Tink the Demon battle. And he's had a really, really good year.
Really good year.
It'll be close, I think. Yeah. But
and I'm only saying it's close because I'm projecting like what this volume is going to do. It's going to elevate some people. Hence the elevate.
Is Danny on that volume? No, Danny's not on volume. Yeah, Danny's ahead of Ill Will to me. Is he, Ledge? Yo, Ledge, you got to take your Midwest bias out of here, bro.
This is crazy, man. He gave us the epilepsy bar, man.
That's a fact. No, Will is unbelievable. It's crazy how he did so much with so little. You know what I'm saying?
yo, I feel. Oh man, I feel like RB they gotta have another.
You know what's crazy though? Like, what's a testament to Will? No pun intended, is the fact that Will is like in everyone's conversation, and it's like he didn't even have the volume of battles.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's just like like you said it. Like even though he was standing in front of Jag and Clean, he left a mark when he did that.
Yeah, bro. He created moments, and he got 2 bodies, and then a Battle of the Year candidate, and he's on the cover of Champion 3 times. And one of the best, I know this is like nobody cares about it, but he had the whole blood, that fucking trailer, one of the best like he just done everything great. Like my trailers are fire, my battles, I'm embodying cats, and I had great battles with great other candidates. Like, what? Come on, man, we're gonna put some. Is Danny ahead of Surf then by that logic? Like if Surf does what he does against Twerk, yes, that's why I said this volume.
They are going to have Surf jump the rankings like it ain't nobody's business, bro.
They gonna we're gonna see. So like he's on the card. Who else is on that volume card? You got Sick can cement his Sick and DNA. A lot of implications there. I think they're just gonna have a good battle, and
but it's definitely, I agree with you. It's a lot of implications in that battle.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be like just a good battle, and they both kind of skyrocket or bump up because of that battle that they have.
Yeah.
Where does Twerk fall on this list? That's a good question. We haven't mentioned Twerk.
Like with Twerk, it's like, I mean, he has me, Rock, then he would have Surf, right? But his other 3 rounders are KCJ.
I had KCJ gonna hurt.
He had the nasty 2-on-2 with T-Top and Mook.
That was horrible. So that recorded app battle with drugs, was that this year?
Oh, that was.
I'm asking, I don't know.
And Jada Nightwing. And he had Jada Nightwing.
Yeah, Jada Nightwing.
Oh, Twerk is up there.
Yeah. Jay was.
That's 5 good battles, bro. I mean, I don't know how they're gonna grade the recorded battle with drugs. I don't know how they're gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? But
then how would they? No, they can't. They have to view it the same way they view all of the like app only. Like that means a lot of the Born Legacies.
No, you're right.
Yeah, they gotta count it. It counts. 3 rounds and it counts. Then that's another thing too. How many of these app battles that were 3 rounds that dropped on cards like Vengeance and things like that? Now, was it called Vengeance or no? Excuse me, Civil War. I'm thinking about WWE.
Is Loso ahead of Twerk?
Yeah, clear, a little, kind of clearly too. Respectfully,
come on, France.
Kind of clearly too. Material's been there all year. Like I said, like a moment of the year and I wouldn't call it a body of the year. I think you won 3-0, but I don't think you bodied Vixen when I watched it back.
Yeah.
Her materials. It honestly, even in some of her wins, her material might have been better in y'all battle.
Bro, she was wilding. She was going crazy.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, I definitely think that. I was trying to think of some ladies, like I brought up KCJ. I feel like 40 would need a couple of more battles.
I agree too, France. Like not until I started like running down his resume, I was like, oh snap, Twerk's actually had the only thing is just that he semi wasn't like Danny, but against Casey, it was kind of feeling like Danny-ish in the sense of like, yo, I told him I don't want to do this battle. Like he was saying that. So like that loss and it was a judge.
It was a judge loss where you choked every round. Then on your comeback versus Jay, you stumble a lot in the 3rd round. So like even on your comeback, you wasn't clean. So like that's 2. How many battles he's had total this year? 5.
5.
So 2
3 rounders.
Yeah. So 2 out of 5 battles you choke or stumble in. Like that automatically sets you back. You can only try to make up ground after that.
And this Surf battle's gonna be, we're gonna see.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. That's why I'll probably never be on the. I'm a stickler for cleanliness. Like, you got to be, like, being clean is like getting your name spelled right on the test first. Like, if you can't do that, that's like coming in the door. You should have that. If you ain't got that, like, I got to deduct points big time for that. Sorry, I might be old school or traditional, but that's the way it is.
What about my guy Kid Chaos? Can he get some love this year? He's going against great competition and putting out great quality.
And you know what's funny? Like, I had. When we did like who was your early favorite for champion of the year, I had picked Kid Chaos, and then like a month later I came on the show and switched to Real Sick. So I feel a little bad, but neither one of them is going to win, obviously. You know what I'm saying? But Kid Chaos has had a good year, but
like he's had like even though he's quote unquote on the losing end, right? Bro, Chaos is putting out great quality material every time, bro. Chilla, Jada Nightwing, Danny Myers, whatever he did versus Holmesy, you know what I'm saying?
He also battled Jay. We need to talk about Jay. Jay name keeps being brought up in a lot of battles.
Jay has Twerk, Av, K Chaos.
Yeah, I gotta find
the
that.
2-on-2 with Rum. Cortez.
Thesaurus. Fire battle against Thesaurus.
That was fire.
And
then he would have me. Does Jay have 3 losses? He's lost to Av. He technically, he had a Danny Myers battle, but how'd you call it? Good battle?
Good battle, but if I had to judge, I would have to give him to Danny, get that battle to Danny.
Yeah.
And I really think I think his more clear loss was to Cortez to me.
The Cortez battle was a nasty battle.
Yeah. It don't really have replay value like that for me, but if I had to rewatch it again, I would probably still get that battle to Cortez.
Yeah.
But that would be the same with KC, because I went into the Chilla battle picking KC and people thought it was nuts, but that second round had it 1-1 going into the third, and then Chilla hit a gear. Chilla definitely hit a gear. What's going on, Divas? Don't worry about you being late. You here? That's what's important. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you.
Yeah. All right, Ledge. Let's do our closing remarks, bro.
Unpopular opinion: Jay and Chaos debatable.
The battle or their years?
The battle or their years? Because that's totally
the battle. No, it was. I thought it was too. I agree with that.
Was that battle a Civil War battle too?
It was.
Have we talked about? Oh yeah, Luke Castro did battle Jack on that card too, and he beat Jack.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to show Lou some love. I felt like I was harsh a little bit earlier.
Shout out Lou.
Yeah. You're trying, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we're gonna close this thing out, man. Got some things to look forward to. What's the end of the year for you like? What's going on with you?
Nothing, man. Just trying to finish up this this Jada Nightwing battle. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be locking this in, so stay tuned for that. I'm sure URL is gonna make an announcement on how they're gonna roll that out. It won't be caffeine or nothing like that, but hopefully it comes out before the end of this year. That'll be ideal for me. So, and then we A-Ward and we just announced we're going to St. Louis to battle KD and MVP.
I gotta get y'all back on that. I want to set up something like a face-off between y'all, because they've been wanting to come on here, and I feel like this is
have they? Yo, yeah. I'm pretty close with KD. I support his merch and stuff.
Yeah,
me and A-Ward. I don't know if people know, when we went to Houston, we were rocking Scapegoat out there.
I saw it. Yeah, that was fine.
But so and KD was telling me, he was like, "Yo, me and MVP, like, we're clipping up now." You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, we don't have Ward and I don't have the luxury because I'm battling and he's about to battle homeschool and stuff like that. So probably after Christmas, Ward and I will start, which would only give us like a week, I think, but we're gonna have to start clipping up. So
yeah, because they definitely clipping up for y'all for sure. To the people, man, I want to say thank y'all for pulling up. At 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time later tonight, I interview Homeschool, so I'm right back at it. So yeah, he's going to talk about his battle with your homie A-Ward. I wanted to interview A-Ward, but I was like, you know what? You probably should take this time and prepare more for Homeschool.
Right.
Because Homeschool kind of dangerous. Last person I wanted to bring up. Who was it? Who was the last person I wanted to bring up? Dunch. Do you think he gets in just in the top 20?
He has to, bro. I've been petitioning for Dunch to get in there. I thought that he had memorable moments every single battle. He's won the judge. Did he finish? Oh, he finished second, right? After Dre Dennis in the East Coast. But regardless, though, he had an amazing year. Then he had, I thought, the best battle on iBattle this year, which was with King Jables.
Fire. It's crazy.
So shout out to Dunch, bro. He needs to get some recognition this year.
Absolutely.
He's one of the, if not the most underrated angler in the game. The fact that he's able to do it with satire and jokes and stuff like that.
You think he's underrated in that aspect?
I think he is. You got to think about it. Like the consensus, right? Like people are obviously gonna, for rightfully so, but they're B dots and T tops, they're in those conversations.
You in them conversations too, I think.
Yeah, I feel that way too. But Dunch, I think, is just his material to me, bro, is just so airtight. It's Ward and I always talk about it. Like if you just listen to the multis that Dunch uses, Loso's ducking Dunch, but I'll leave that. Yeah, they're not ready for that combo, Fred.
you ducking Dunch.
And so, but like if you listen to his material, bro, it's so airtight. It's so like the multi is perfect every time, bro. And so, shout out to Dunch, bro. I think he's a gem in this culture.
Best angle of the year goes to who?
Come on, bro.
I'm serious.
Second round for Vixen, bro.
You think so?
I think so. I think it's above T-Top's joint that he had for Mike. I think it's personally, I just have that.
I was gonna say it's you were tied right now.
Who else?
XQZ second round for Bill Collector.
You know what's crazy though?
That angle was.
You know what's crazy though? What's crazy is as amazing as that angle was.
What?
I actually have another XQZ round that I thought was tailored better.
The one for City?
Not for LL Cool J, the wedding.
Oh, the wedding joint?
That was hilarious.
That was fire. Bro. That was fire.
Bro, like how he was able to like just like and at the end he was like, you know, I know I can't make your wedding, but don't worry, I'll cop the pay-per-view. Like how he was able to put these battle rap elements with the fact that he's getting married to another female battle. Like it was just
that was sick.
Like, bro, sick. Like to me, that, but don't get me wrong, the Bill Collector joint was crazy too. I just think the one that he had for LL Cool J was so good. I had to look back. He had 3 for everybody. He had that one, then he had the one for City about him like repping Detroit, but really from Ann Arbor and all that. That was crazy. Like, so nah, he's probably my most underrated. I've already got Dunch up there with y'all as far as the angle. Him and Mad Flex had a really good battle too.
Oh yeah, the iBattle joint was fire.